Well, we continue with Valentine's Day by doing daily updates around things that are important to having a great Valentine's Day. And because of the different contact points on the bike, there's a couple key ones that you want to have in good shape for February 14th. So today we're going to talk about cycling shorts and specifically the chamois. The chamois is the padding that goes into the shorts, and it does a couple of different things. So we have men's shorts and women's shorts here, and they have different chamois because, well, it's different down there for the two of us. So when you get to a chamois, what you're going to see here is it's extra padding for when you're on the bike, but the reason that it's with a spandex type fabric, a lycra type fabric, is so it stays in place, it doesn't move. These kind of shorts are not something you wear undergarments with. Undergarments are terrible for riding because of the high friction environment, because of sweat and everything else. This wicks moisture away, it stays in place, and you can even see how there's different channels for pressure. So you get pressure on the sit bones, but not in anywhere else. And so you're really negating a lot of the negative effects that can happen. So here is a men's short. They start around $70. Let's look at another one here. This is kind of a nicer level short. And what you start seeing in some of these here, you can see they start having some perforated gel and foam. So again, adding padding, but only in the right place. Everywhere else has nice channels to make sure there's no kind of numbness, bad rubbing, less seams, nicer fabric that work really well. With our women's shorts, we actually have one here. Now it's really popular with cycling shorts to have what's called a bib short. When you're in cycling, you're bent over towards the handlebars. So having something here to hold this in place on your shoulders without creating a tension effect here on the shorts is really popular. But for women, that creates a problem because you have to take your jersey off to use the restroom. So here is a clasp on the back that unsnaps that allows you to, as a woman and a cyclist, be able to use the restroom without having to completely disrobe. It's a really nice feature. But as we look into the chamois here, again, the contact point, it's quite a bit different, has different padding here, different channels, because it's a different environment. And so we want to have shorts that match the rider, but they can negate a lot of the negative effects. We even have fitness shorts here. It's kind of like yoga clothes for cyclists. They have a nice kind of setup to them. And it's not a super thick chamois, but it's still, if you're going to go out and do a fitness ride around Lake Hefner, it's still something that's going to provide enough padding that you don't feel like the seat's trying to vandalize you, and you can ride around and not have a bad experience. The extra advice if you're first getting riding, or if you're getting ready to start a training block or a riding block, or the heat gets hot during the summer and it's a sudden increase in temperature, even with a cycling short, even with its ability to wick moisture, because it's a high friction sport, you're pedaling 60 to 90 times a minute, you can run into some problems. And there's something called chamois cream. Now this gets a lot of jokes. It's really funny. It's essentially, for a lot of people, it's an anti-chafe cream. It's water soluble. It's not Vaseline. Don't ever do that. It's something you can put on the chamois itself. So when you ride, it minimizes friction. And during different times as far as getting started riding, or when you're starting to increase the amount of time you ride, or it gets a lot hotter, then you're able to use a chamois cream. And so using chamois cream, you just get the portion recommended. You just place it on the chamois in the places that you're feeling the negative effects from riding on a bike. And that again will help to negate a lot of the discomfort you have from a bike seat when you ride. So all this together, it's a nice little bit of information around, again, Valentine's Day this week. As you ride a bike, there's a very specific point of contact that you have on the bike that you want to take care of. And we wanted to point out today, on Tuesday, that having a nice set of shorts with a properly sized chamois and maybe even some chamois cream can help take care of any of those problems. If you have any questions about the proper kind of shorts and chamois that we have here, or what chamois cream we recommend, or questions in general, you can leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like our Facebook page or subscribe to us on YouTube so you can get any of these updates in the future.